Discuss what's going on in electric vehicles, green energy, and the stock markets. The news we provide is for entertainment purposes only. This is a supplement to what we have available on evworld.com. And today I've got Pro Trader Mike with us today, and I've got the founder of EV World, Bill Moore. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining
Hi.
me today. So
Hey,
I'm going to
thanks
go
for
ahead
having
and
us here today.
always appreciated, always appreciated. And I want to start out today. There was some interesting news. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. This is coming from the Straits Times out of the UK. Make that a little bit bigger. So the British government has vowed, this is yesterday's news, the British government has vowed to stick to its ban on the sale of new petrol and diesel cars starting in 2030 in a bid to reassure businesses and investors in the EV sector. This is, and they had been some wavering on this, but they're still going to allow you to keep your gas and hybrid cars, but all new sales of cars uh, in oh wait, so it's 2035 that it can be just electric only, but starting in 2030 they'll do plug-in hybrids as long as it has some decent range. I don't know how they're going to determine that. They leave that out. But anyways, there's been pressure to water down the pledges geared towards eliminating Britain's net carbon emissions by 2050 in the wake of a special election last week. It's very interesting to see that the UK, which broke off from the European Union, that they're taking this stance. Some people on the right of the party oppose it, and they shut down their own efforts to delay the deadline. The 2030 ban formed with the backdrop of Tata Group's decision to put £4 billion or 6.8 billion US into a new electric car battery plant in Britain last week. So
Yeah.
it's interesting they're going to have battery production there in the UK. Anyways, they're talking about systems for heating systems for new homes with heat pumps and 600,000 installations in the next 5 years. Let's see what else we've got here. They're looking to transition from gas boilers to alternative heating systems while maintaining its legal commitments to end British contribution to global warming by 2050. It's very interesting that they're trying to make these changes this quickly. But my understanding is you'll still be able to buy and sell used cars that are internal combustion engines, but it'll be strictly EV sales and plug-in hybrids. But by 2035, they intend to phase out even the hybrids. So that's pretty. Britain's really ratcheting up what they're
Yeah.
doing now. What do you think about that, Bill?
Well, they what they're going to be trying to do with respect any new cars that come onto the market after that period of time have to be completely electric drive. They've been kind of moving in this direction for some time. One of the laments you often hear in the media out of Britain is the fact that Britain is losing its edge in the automotive industry, something that they obviously pride themselves on. And this is an opportunity for them to try, particularly with the Tata investment. They've been trying to get some battery production going on in the UK for some time now. Tata's, commitment to doing that is an encouraging sign. The current prime minister has always been a little, obviously electric cars are expensive and building an infrastructure for electric cars is expensive, and Britain is not the empire it used to be. So they have to be very conscious of the cost of these things, but they also have to realize that they can't be left behind. And so they're trying to push as hard as they possibly can. I don't know if you guys are aware of the fact that they have a pollution control zone in central London that if you drive a gasoline or diesel powered vehicle in that area, you have to pay a significant fee. I think it's something like
Oh, wow.
15 pounds a day to drive your gas or diesel car in that park. There is, I think, currently, I think that hybrids are exempt. And I know that, and all electric vehicles are completely exempt. You do not have to. So if you're wanting to go into, those popular parts of London Center, uh, there's a significant fee, and they track that. And they've got cameras and warning signs and all kinds of things. The other thing that's interesting about Britain is they just announced that they found a major resource of lithium deposits in Cornwall. And Cornwall, of course, was traditional mining center for tin, and that helped stimulate in the 1700s. That helped stimulate the British economy and help them, really create the Industrial Revolution. Because to mine that tin from those mines, they had to pump the water out, and that means they had to have, steam-driven pumps, and that meant coal from Newcastle. And so that whole thing began to, and that was only just to extract that tin. So they're hopeful. Of course, that eventually all died off, over the course of, a century or so. And now they have this new lithium deposit, which they're hoping they can then, capitalize on that to stimulate the battery production.
That's great. That's great. Thanks, Bill. I'm going to go on to our next story today. This one is one that's kind of humorous. If your Tesla, this is from Electric, if your Tesla starts to stink like cheesy feet, this is what you have to do. This is important if you have this happen. If your Tesla starts to stink like old sweat socks, you can fix the process. And apparently, Tesla's air filters are responsible for purifying the air inside the car's cabin. The filters get clogged with dust, debris, and pollutants, leads to less effective air purification and bad smells. So the problem is, looks like you need to replace your air filter.
Yeah.
So this is just kind of funny that just something a little different, a little bit different news on Tesla today. And I'll give Mike a chance to give us a little talk about what's going on with Tesla stock today.
Let's take a look. Heard stocks. My
brain kicks into
stock
gear.
sense, my kicks into gear. Let's take a look. The Dow is up 44 today. The S&P 500 is up today as well, which is 0.53%. Nvidia's up $16. Things coming across my radar. Apple's up $1.60, and Tesla's up $2.75, 1.1%. It's made a run all day.
I think there's been nothing but good news for the most part about Tesla lately. You can say what you want about Elon Musk being a little eccentric, but he is the person who put his own money there. And I like to say he's the richest man in the world because he serves the whole planet. And I have a special guest trying to enter the video stream here.
Nice.
My dog Zeke that's Zeke. He's been trying to get on stream.
Awesome.
So anyways, let's go on just to my last news article for today. And I'm just going to talk about this a little bit. So Polestar Automotive out of the UK, they're headquartered in Sweden as an EV manufacturer, and they're making some headlines. And they've made big strides in production and delivery numbers. In quarter 2 of this year, the company recorded a record-breaking 15,800 vehicle deliveries, a 36% year-over-year increase, which is pretty huge. These figures have propelled Polestar to outproduce Rivian, Lucid, and Fisker, with full-year delivery estimates ranging around 60,000 to 70,000 vehicles. And for all the EV manufacturers, it hasn't been a smooth ride, and it's no different for them. The company initially projected 80,000 vehicle deliveries in 2023, but had to revise its forecast due to software issues that delayed the launch of its electric SUV. As a result, the Polestar 3 SUV's production is now scheduled to start in quarter 1 of next year. Their roots are tied to Volvo. It's a subsidiary of the Swedish automaker. Geely Automotive, a Chinese auto giant, owns 80% of Volvo and subsequently a big chunk of Polestar. Company operates worldwide and has diverse brands and subsidiaries underneath its umbrella. And let's see how Polestar distinguishes itself from other manufacturers through its simple and minimalistic design philosophy. Obviously, its model names are Polestar 1, 2, and Polestar 3. So they're keeping those names kind of simple as they run out of good EV names. The company embraces Scandinavian minimalism, evident in clean lines, high quality materials, and elegant interiors. The Polestar 2 offers a starting price of just under $56,000 and has very nice specs. It has a dual motor, all-wheel drive, 260-mile range.
You have any
And
pictures of it, man? Share your screen.
let's see. I don't have any pictures at the moment. I
What is it, the
didn't.
Polestar?
Yeah, the Polestar. And we do want to look at the stock here in a minute.
Let's take a look.
Its revenues have surged 20% year over year.
Can I share my screen? Let me do
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, when I come across stories on Polestar, I do not categorize them as a European company. I have now started categorizing them as an Asian Pacific company because it's controlled by Geely.
Oh, someone's getting an echo.
Hold on a second. Yeah, that's because, hold on a second. Let me fix that. When you do the screen share, there's a function and a little check mark that says share your system audio. So if anybody talks, I have to uncheck that. There we go.
Okay.
Done. So now we'll accept all. Yeah, okay, we'll accept all the cooks. My location. All right, let's
They got you
just.
covered.
I mean, they just
I
want me.
should,
That's
yeah, I
good.
should point out that there is a gentleman here in Omaha that actually has a Polestar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking car. It's got nice rims.
Well, it's very sharp looking.
Yeah, it's got nice rims. Sharp.
I like how it's more of a crossover type vehicle. That's
Yeah,
obviously
combination, right? Yeah.
when you look at how well the Model Y is selling for Tesla, you can see that the crossover is probably the most popular style. Cars,
Mhm.
well, you look at Ford. Ford basically got rid of their cars, and it's interesting to see how
Says less
I
range than Tesla, only comes in one expensive configuration and limited servicing network, but it's fantastic styling in and out. It's super quick and fun to drive and a great Google infotainment system. You know what the infotainment is, right? It's like edutainment. Information and entertainment in one.
there you go. Well, take a look at how they're doing on the Nasdaq.
What's a symbol?
We
PS.
were it was PS something.
PSNY 440 right here. Let's take a look at
What have they been doing over the past year?
you get on Yahoo Finance and check her out. PSNY. Polestar. Trade some volume there. $404.40. It trades average volume per day. 3.6 mil. And let's take a look at the last 6 months. It's actually not done too much. Come up out of its little base down here, so it's showing some life. Yeah, it's showing some life. Year to date, same thing, all time. Well, it used to be up here at $13 and it spiked again to 12. This spike was 677. That's the test right there, the next tester. That's 677.
All right. Thanks for
So, yeah, I
reviewing
like
that one.
that. In my opinion, that's what I'm looking at the chart. Otherwise, again, if you draw a little circle, there's not a lot of risk and more reward if the company does what they say they're going to do, Yeah.
Well, they just had good news. It's just a matter of the stock following the news, right?
Recent news, 15 days ago, ARC to report second quarter results. Polestar, is that them, ARC?
That's somebody's that does the report.
Here's Polestar achieves record deliveries in the second, growing 36% year over year. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Here's their whole line of cars right here. The portfolio, the Polestar 2. That's impressive.
You're not going to win a whole lot of awards for their names of the cars, but
Polestar 2, 3, 4, and 5. Simple enough, right?
sure is.
Well, it's
Like
better
it.
than Toyota's BZ4 something or another.
Yeah, I read an article on how to interpret what that means, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, wow, and I've already forgotten.
You know
Yeah,
what
I
they're
got-
probably doing is saving the full-size vehicle for that's number 5. You don't even see it here, but it would make sense, to save some one or two other things, for the like the Pulse. What's the one? Where's Polestar 1 and Polestar? There needs to be
Maybe they
like
don't make it anymore. Let's see. Polestar 1. Sports car.
sports car.
Looks like we made it.
129,000 miles they're charging for that thing. It's pretty expensive. But on
Yeah.
this one, 40,000, 32,000, big range of price.
On the EV World RSS stream, I have 387 stories with Polestar in the headline.
Oh, wow. Had no shortage of news, that's for sure.
No shortage of news. Yeah.
Is this the website you're talking about? EV World right here?
Yeah, EV World.
Link in the description for sure. We'll put that so you guys can link up that RSS feed. Put your name in. Put your name in. We'll get you right down here for your newsletter. We'll send you out some when we go live. You'll get notified.
Well, when I turn it on, I haven't turned it on yet. So
it's on, people. Let's go. Link below in the description. EV World. Go there. It's on. When we go live, you'll get notified first thing. Let's go. Put that in there. And if you haven't noticed, let me just show you this. We are live on YouTube and everything, guys. And there's a button that you can subscribe, and you can also click the bell to get notified.
And subscribe and click the bell.
So you want to make sure you do that. You like that little nifty trick.
Yeah,
See that come in, David? That little subscribe.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. That's
nice.
great.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mike's he's not just Pro Trader Mike for nothing.
Yep. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
Yes,
anyways,
sir.
guys,
So,
I appreciate the call today. We're running a little longer than normal, but
sounds good.
anyways, we'll be back. What is tomorrow? Friday. Tomorrow we'll be back.
Yep.
We'll be tracking EV stocks tomorrow.
Sounds good.
And thanks for joining us today.
All right.
Have a great day,